I've already tried to make a video about this random topic a few times, so instead I'm just going to reread what I typed out, what, a year ago on May 3rd, 2025. Um, it's about unskilled labor, why people don't value and try to label unskilled labor and remove the value from those people who work in skilled issues but label them unskilled labor. Rant time. Sociology teaches us about the third place. I'm not a sociologist. I haven't studied sociology. I just learn stuff by vicariously looking through videos and other stuff that's curiosity piques my mind. Sociology teaches about the third place, dividing areas into three different social settings. The first place being home, second place being work, and third place being your community. So you have your home, your office, and then maybe go to a bingo parlor to have a sense of community, or a church, or a barber shop, or maybe just a local park. Just have community. My theory, my theory, is there is a fourth place called the transition place. It's the area in between those places where your mind is not fully locked into certain expectations. So when you're at home, you're thinking about expectations of what you need to do at home. When you're at work, you're thinking about social expectations of what you need to do at work. And when you're in a community, your third place, you're thinking about the social expectations of that third community. And if you go into on a commute, or taking a shower, or trying to fall asleep, those are places, those are transition places where your not mind is not thinking about the first, second, or third. Or maybe you're trying to avoid thinking about the first, second, or third places. The point is how people try to remove the value of labor and communities built on maintaining those transition places, road work, gas stations, coffee places, fast food places, all that. Because those obstinate folks, they only see the fourth place, the transition place, as a stepping stone for affirmations they seek in their individual first, second, or third place. To the apathetic person, if the people inside a transition place don't play into a apathetic person's own social hierarchy, then the people inside said transition place are getting in the way. They're not valuing them because those people in the transition place are not placing value into the person's individual hierarchy. 8 billion people on this world, and everybody has their own communities. And I'll get into that. Forcing assumptions out of their own hierarchy and onto strangers, onto other people's social systems, which is different from ethics. Ethics is different from etiquette. And there's a small e etiquette, which talks about everybody trying to treat each other as closely as possible, and there's big etiquette, big E etiquette, where you are basically setting down cult mindset rules. If you are in this setting, you need to dress this way, you need to dress that way, not because it's doing otherwise is detrimental to other people, but because if you don't do it this way, you'll be seen as unclean or uneducated or anything like that. Now, my old ass has seen the internet move from a transition place where it was something you used in between family, tasks, and community schedules into its own third place. So I'm old enough to know that in the living room or in some corner of the house was your computer, your internet. And you did not have access to that always. So your mindset was that you are dealing with all these situations. You are opening up your mind to knowing that you are dealing with more complex situations and systems as you're outside. And you just gone out to the internet just to get more information on how to deal with these complex systems. You're not going to the internet to find a community. You're just finding more information. You're not trying to play into a, a single monetary culture mindset. You are learning more things about the world, which is allowed to be complex. So folks are trying to force their assumptions onto other people because they don't know how to loosen their social expectations when in any other place besides home, office, work. The transition place is where you loosen your expectations consciously and unconsciously. So you got those people driving on the road. They don't loosen their social expectations. They assume everybody's supposed to be driving this way because everybody's has the vehicle that is set, that can manage, that can handle things that their vehicle does, which does not work. Because we carry our communities inside our pockets, we forget that society is not just one or two communities, but billions of communities. Each person exists in at least 4 different communities. You don't believe me? You go home, and your home community and people in that your home have communities of their own. They're not your community. Not all of them are your community, but the people at home, the people at work, the people at in your third place have communities of their own, and that's what people keep on forgetting. So too long didn't read. Folks who balance their identity on one community tend to try to force others to support their individual community, even though the world has gotten to this point by the sheer fact that we are allowed to be diverse and allowed to explore different values that isn't just musical chairs, isn't just you have to play along with the song, and if you don't get the seat at the end, you are deemed unvaluable. That's what the musical chairs is. That's the idiotic part of folks trying to believe that the world is better when it's a monoculture, which is stupid because you got thousands of years building up to this point where everybody was allowed to be different from each other, but work this along with each other. But because those people think that everything has to be for profit now, they just build up an idiotic monoculture. That's my rant.